Hey guys, Tim the Rookie Hunter here for another episode of Gear Talk. Today I am here with the owner of Frug Survival Gear, Bob Vautour. Bob, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Bob makes survival gear out of paracord. Bob, there's a lot of this stuff on the market. What makes Frug gear different than everybody else out there?
Well, my gear is built around being prepared. So it's wearable survival gear that's kind of fashionable.
Okay.
So what I do is I take my survival products and I put them in a waterproof container, then I weave it into all three of the different products.
So in terms of survival gear, what is it that you have inside of each piece of equipment?
Well, what I do is I tried to figure out the smallest pieces that would fit that I could use for multiple things. Like I have zip ties in there for obviously multiple things. I can do a sling with it. I can build a shelter. You could pretty much tie anything together with them.
Okay.
It's multi-use. That's why I have safety pins in there, paper clip. There's fishing gear. There's 25 feet of fishing line, 2 hooks, 2 sinkers, weights. There's a 4x3 piece of paper that we can use as tinder, which is the reason why I put it in there is to allow me to mold the bracelet for the curvature so that it would stay in that position. But it doubles as tinder to use to start fires.
Okay, nice. Okay.
It's kind of that's the purpose of everything in there, is to be used for multiple different things, not just one particular aspect.
Okay.
Like the stormproof matches that are inside. There's a specific striker that goes with them. They can actually be lit underwater. They'll light. So when it's really wet, it'll really spark up, and it's a chemical reaction with the phosphorus in the striker.
So with each one of these bracelets, these are all made out of paracord, and I'll show you an image of each one. How many feet of paracord is on each of these items?
Well, each item is different, and obviously when you're talking about bracelets, the size depicts how much paracord is going to be.
Okay.
On average, there's 10 feet of paracord in each one. That's on average. The bigger the size, obviously, the more it is.
Yeah.
So then you have 10 feet of paracord. Plus, inside, there's 7 inner strands. So if you're building a shelter or tying up a sling, you'll have another 7 strings the same length.
Yeah.
So if you need to wrap anything up, like specific for building shelters, it's really nice. So you end up with, 80 feet of cordage.
Okay.
When it comes to the lanyards and the bracelets will be exactly the same. The bow slings will have an additional 9 feet of paracord, so double the amount.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in the event you get stuck in the woods, something happens, chasing your game down, you get stuck, you actually have the cordage available to help construct an overnight shelter.
You absolutely could hang a tarp up. You can build a lean-to. You can build a really solid shelter with the amount of cordage that's in there.
What do you have with us here today on the tree here?
So here we have bow wristlings. So these go on a compound bow.
Okay.
Survival kits inside. I have some bracelets, self-explanatory, and then I have lanyards. So these you can hang on a backpack or on your keys. Like I carry my car keys on them.
Okay.
I always have one with me no matter where I am.
Okay. You're telling me everything you talked about in your survival kit is inside each of these products?
Yes, sir. With everything in here, I wrapped this in a 4x3 piece of paper, and it took 37 prototypes in order to get it to mold to do that. And how I did that was with this piece of paper. The paper doubles as tinder, so if in need be to start a fire. Right. And then it helps me mold the curvature so that I can put it into the sleeve. So I take all that stuff, I put it into I built a special tool so that I can insert it into the balloon, which makes it waterproof. The balloon also doubles as a bobber, so if you're in a lake and you need to fish, so it doubles as that. Or if you cut your finger, you can put it over your finger. It's kind of keep it away out of the dirt.
Multi-purpose, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When I look at some of these, they're not all... Are they all the same? I thought I saw... Like, obviously, this doesn't have the clip that this does. And this looks like it's got some additional stuff built into the buckle. Why don't you tell me about that?
So, the buckle itself, the bow slings don't have it because, obviously, when you're hunting, you want to be quiet. it's reflective. You want to minimize you want to maximize your concealment. That's why I didn't put it on the bowstring.
Okay.
It has a compass. It has a 120 decibel emergency whistle.
Okay.
It's P-less, so it won't freeze up in the wintertime.
Okay.
Then it has a ferricium rod.
Okay.
And on the other side is a serrated blade knife. So that's what you use to strike the.
Oh, okay, nice.
The sparks.
So you can essentially start a fire with that with your tinder.
Start a fire, cut stuff.
Okay.
Call for help.
Okay.
Find your direction.
Can we get you want to give that a sample of how loud that whistle is? Okay.
So it's rated at 120 decibel.
Yep.
It all depends on your lug capacity, right?
Okay.
And underneath the Ranger bands, which are fire accelerants, so you can take these Ranger bands off. It's just a high-end rubber band.
Okay.
It's kind of like a tire material or a tube material.
Right.
You can take your tinder ball, which comes inside, put it inside, and and throw your sparks to it.
Yep.
And it will burn for an additional 30 seconds at high intensities in order to get like wet wood started or a difficult fire.
Nice.
And underneath, I hide some antiseptic tinder under there. It's medical grade tinder.
Okay.
So I buy it from a company, and they make it particularly for that reason. So it comes in a waterproof capsule, and if you happen to cut yourself, you cut this open, unravel it, put it on your wound, and it's medical treatment, so it's antiseptic, so you won't get infected.
Okay, nice.
That's the purpose of having it.
The easiest way to find Frug Survival Gear, guys, is at www.facebook.com/Frug Survival Gear. You can also email him, frugsurvivalgear@gmail.com. You can find all their contact details on his Facebook page. Bob, absolute pleasure having you. Thank you so much for coming.
Sir.
And guys, you know what? Get yourself some survival gear. Don't get stuck without it in the bush. And help support a great organization like Big Brothers and Big Sisters by purchasing this gear. So that's it for this episode of Gear Talk, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel and have yourselves a great day and be careful out there in the bush. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.